So some of this should be reviewed. You should remember some of this. So we're talking about parallel lines, parallel planes, and skew lines. Okay. So parallel lines are what? How many lines does it take to have parallel lines? Two. So two lines that do not what? Touch or intersect. Okay. If you look here, these arrows are the arrows that they're talking about. So the arrows are used to indicate parallel lines. So we'll draw a line to those. Those are what we're using there. Okay, if we were to write out that these two lines are parallel, you would write them as line AB. This means parallel to CD. So if something's written like that, that would tell you that those two things are parallel. Okay. For parallel planes, it would be planes that do not intersect. The way that you would write that if we're looking at these two, so remember that planes are labeled with the cursive or script capital letter. So you would use plane J, our parallel sign, plane K. Now, if you go down to skew lines, I kind of touched on this when we were doing our basics of geometry, the first unit. But if you don't remember that, that's okay. So skew lines are non-coplanar. So if we remember, that means two lines that are not on the same plane, and they do not intersect. Okay, so I'm going to use the colors here to show you examples of that using this. So if we looked at P and S, something that was a skew line to P and S would be V and R. Okay, because those two are on two different planes, and because of the way that they sit, those two lines will never touch. Because there's the space in between them. Okay, we'll just call those line segments. So then another one that we could look at, if we looked at T and W, okay, Q and R. You could say Q and R. Yeah, that would work because they're not on the same plane. But for this one, we're going to say U and Q because you have one going up and down and one going sideways. But yes, Q and R would work. Okay, and then the last one that we could use P and T, and then Q and R. Okay, so skew lines are just lines that aren't on the same plane that will never intersect. So if we come down here and we look at this one, it is asking us to name all of these segments that are parallel to A and E. So parallel to segment A and E. What else would be parallel to that? So we want things that are going straight up and down. G and C, that's good. There's two more. F and B, and good. Okay. that green is something else. Okay, now it's asking for 2 examples of parallel planes. So we're going to need to name planes based on 3 letters. So what planes could we say are parallel? So we're looking at the sides of the square. What sides would be parallel? E and A. So we want the whole side of the square, not just a segment. We want the whole side. So like if we said this side, right? You said E and A. So if we looked at this side of this square, what other side of that square is going to be parallel to that? Which one? So yeah, we're looking at that one. So we have that one. That's the one we're looking at to start. I need another one that won't ever, if you pull this square apart, all right, so say we pulled it apart and nothing touched right away, but you could kind of see where everything was going. What other side would never touch that front part of the square? Good, the back part of the square. Yeah, so if you pulled that square apart and looked at that, so we could name this, we would say plane A, E, F, and plane D, H, G. So when you're naming a plane when they don't have the letter, you can just use any 3 points on that plane. So A, E, F, and B would work for the first one, or D, H, and G. It doesn't have to be the ones that I wrote there. Whichever ones, as long as they are a part of that plane, work for you. Good? Good. You could also do the top part and the bottom part. Those 2 would work as well. That would be another option you could use. Okay. I'll move down to 2. Name all segments. Oh, wait. Name all segments skew to G and H. Missed that part. Okay. Segments skew to G and H. So if we look at G and H, what would be skew to that? A and E. Good. What else? What'd you say? A, B. Yep. What else? A, D. Good. C, B. Good. You could call this one too. Okay. So just write A, E, A, B, B, C, F, B, A, D. Okay. Now if we come down here to this bottom one, we look here, name all segments parallel to JK. So we find J and K. Here, what line would be the opposite of that on the other side? So the bottom part of that. So we're looking at JK, the red line on there. What would be the opposite parallel to that? OP, good. Okay. All segments parallel to NS. So we have NS. So anything that's parallel to that would be what? The other sides, right? So QL, M and R, J and O, K and P. Okay. Name a plane that is parallel to JKL. So JKL would be this plane here. Once again, if we pulled that apart, what would be the opposite one that's parallel to that? Perfect. Just the other side. So if you're looking at planes, it's really what's the other side that's parallel to it. So you would say plane OSR. And then don't worry too much. Don't worry about D. We're not going to look at D. But if you were to net, well, we'll look at it. Whatever. It'll take 2 seconds. So if it's saying RQ, so we're looking here. Something that is skewed to that would not run into it, would be something, would be J and O. J and K is good. J and N. And K and P, good. Yep. So J and N, J and K, J and O, and K and P. Okay? We'll do the backside tomorrow.